I've had this melody in my head since the day my daughter, Lily, was born. It was her song, the one I promised I'd write for her. The problem is, I'm not a musician. I can play 3 chords. I can't sing. I don't know how to write a bridge or an arrangement. For 7 years, that melody was a ghost, trapped in my head, because I didn't have the technical skill to set it free. Then, I discovered AI, not as a cheat, not as a replacement, but as a co-pilot for my creativity. This is the story of how an algorithm helped me write the most personal song of my life. I started simple. I hummed my melody into a voice memo and fed it to the AI. My first prompt was terrible. Make this a song. It was awful. I realized I was talking to it like a vending machine. I had to learn its language. I had to become a director, not just a consumer. So I got more specific, more poetic. Instead of make a guitar track, I wrote, generate a simple, finger-picked acoustic guitar pattern in the key of G. Think Nick Drake, not Ed Sheeran. Instead of add strings, it was create a warm, cello-based pad sound that swells gently in the background. Emotion, wistful, loving, nostalgic. For lyrics, I'd ask for suggestions. Suggest lyric lines that rhyme with sky. Theme, watching a child grow up too fast. It wasn't doing the work for me. It was giving me options. A palette of sounds and words. My job was to be the curator, the editor, the soul. I'd generate 100 drum loops and keep one single snare hit that felt right. The process was less about instant creation and more about patient discovery. It was a partnership. Then came the moment that changed everything. I was working on the lyrics. The AI suggested this line, "Your tiny hands, like falling leaves." And I just stopped, because it was almost right. But leaves fall. They die. That wasn't the feeling. So I told it, change falling leaves to reaching branches. It's not about an end, it's about a beginning. It's about growth. The AI came back with, "Your tiny hands, like reaching branches." And that was it. That was the breakthrough. The AI gave me a structure, a scaffold, but I was the one who had to climb it and hang the lights. It provided the vocabulary, but the story, the emotion, the truth, that was all mine. It was all hers. The song finally started to breathe. The day came when the song was finished. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. I sat my daughter, Lily, down in the studio and put headphones on her. I told her I made something for her. She has no idea what an AI is. She just knows it's a song from her dad. I pressed play. The camera stayed on her face as the music started. I watched her eyes widen. A slow, wondrous smile spread across her face. She looked up at me, her eyes shining, and asked, "Daddy, is that about me?" I couldn't speak. I just nodded, tears streaming down my face, and I hugged her as tight as I could. I didn't become a world-class musician. I became a father who could finally give his daughter the song he promised her. AI didn't replace my creativity, it unlocked it. It demolished the technical wall that stood between the feeling in my heart and the music in the air. This tool is a collaborator, an amplifier. It's for everyone who has a story to tell but doesn't have a $10,000 studio or a decade to learn an instrument. The barrier to entry for creativity isn't talent anymore. It's imagination and the ability to guide a new kind of partner. So, what's the song trapped in your head? The story you can't quite write? The painting you can't quite paint? Don't be afraid of the tools. Learn their language. Use them as your collaborator, your co-pilot, and build the bridge between the idea in your heart and the world that needs to see it, or in my case, hear it. Thanks for watching.